to the great wide open. Gonna set my spirit free. Won't stop till I reach the ocean. Gonna break these chains holding me.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Nick's Aviation YouTube channel. I'm in a car here with my dad who is right next to me, and we are in the middle of Toronto. If you can't see, we're actually leaving, and this is going to be the first kind of day of our trip across Canada. And today I wanted to do a little bit of an aviation in Toronto video. So I'm going to start it off right now, and I'm actually just going to hold my phone right here. And I'm going to share with you a bunch of basic facts about aviation in Toronto. But before I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because YouTube is telling me that 70% of you guys who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to the channel. And if you guys subscribe, that would make me really happy and it would make my day. So let's jump right in while we're actually going through the center of downtown Toronto. We are driving on my favorite highway, actually, which is the Gardiner Expressway. Toronto is actually home to 3 different airports, 2 of which actually provide commercial services to destinations across the world. You have Toronto Billy Bishop, which is actually over there, I guess, it's kind of over there. It's Toronto City Airport, which actually is the hub airport for the airline of Porter Airlines, which serves only destinations out of Toronto Billy Bishop and some, I think, out of Thunder Bay. They serve international destinations to the US as well as domestic destinations within Canada. Then you have Downsview Airport, which is at Downsview. I don't think I've actually talked about this one, and you might actually not know about it. In the aircraft deliveries video, oh, look at that CN Tower right next to us. Toronto's main thingy, and then, yeah, Rogers Center. Oh yeah, Billy Bishop is like right over there. There it is. There's Billy Bishop. You guys can see it's right across the highway. Yeah, there you go. If you can probably see, there were some Q400s that were stored there because Porter Airlines only uses a fleet of Q400s, actually 24, and they're all grounded across the, I think this is, what, Lake Ontario? Just a tiny part of Lake Ontario, which we're actually passing it, and I don't know if I'm going to try to see it a bit, but yeah, I think we already passed that. But Downsview Airport is actually home to the company of de Havilland Canada, which de Havilland is a British company, and they have their Canadian branch based out of Downsview, which they produce the DHC-8 400, which is the Q400, which, as I mentioned just now, Porter has a fleet of 24 of the aircraft. Downsview, I think, also is home to Bombardier partially, and I know that they have made, for example, their Challenger jets, like the Challenger 300 was made at the de Havilland plant, I guess you would say. Not the de Havilland plant, but the Downsview Airport, which is probably like over there somewhere. The last airport, which is the biggest of them all, is Toronto Lester B. Pearson International Airport, which, as of 2019, is actually the world's 40th busiest airport in the world and serves international destinations to Asia, South America, Europe, and that's it. And also, pardon? No, actually none into Africa, which is kind of sad. I would love to see, for example, like Royal Air Morocco or something start flying in. The closest they have is, actually, yes, you're right. Egypt Air operates a service using a Boeing 777 to Cairo, so it serves to every continent, actually, except, of course, Oceania, because that is too far away. And Antarctica, yeah. But I mean, like, there are really commercial airports in Antarctica. But Toronto Pearson has actually won several Skytrax awards for being the best airport in North America and the best airport in Canada. I wanted to share some statistics with you about Toronto Pearson because that's what we're really talking about today, because it's Toronto's most well-known airport and business airport. So Toronto Pearson International Airport is obviously named after Toronto Lester B. Pearson, who I forget what it is. The ICAO code for Toronto Pearson is CYYZ, and the IATA code is YYZ. The airport has 5 active commercial runways, which are actually very, very long. Not the longest, but for example, the longest of the runways is run 05/runway 23, which is 11,120 feet, able to accommodate aircraft up to the Antonov AN225, which was actually here quite recently. Aside from the exceptional times that the Antonov AN225 operates to Toronto Pearson, the airport actually has commercial operations by Emirates using an Airbus A380. But Toronto Pearson has 2 active terminals, excluding cargo frets, and in 2018 they reported 49,507,418 passengers in 2018, which is quite big. The actual airport serves a lot of airlines, including Aer Lingus, Aeromexico, Air Canada Express, Air Canada Rouge, Air France, Air India, Air Italy, Air Transat.
20 minutes later.
Toronto Pearson is home to Canada's national flag carrier, Air Canada. It's their main hub and their main operating base, and also the focus city of several other airlines, which also have hubs there, like Air Transat, Sunwing, WestJet, and Flair Airlines. I've been to this airport a lot. I've flown out of it a lot to a lot of international destinations, for example, to the US with Air Canada Rouge, to Rome, to Milan, to Paris, and it's a nice airport. I like it, but personally, my favorite airport is definitely Punta Cana, which I'll probably have something about that in a very long time, but it's a unique airport.
So we can do more.
Yeah! I'm gonna have to have like a trip report or something doing that with like Sunwing or Transat. What's up, guys? It's me, Nick's Aviation. You can see I'm in the bar now, and I took a lot of time to research. Sorry, my hair is like messed up. It's just I just woke up, so I took a lot of time to research things about Toronto Pearson that you guys might find interesting. And today, well, I recorded the first half yesterday, but right now and today, happy Father's Day, by the way, I'm going to share some history with you. Before the airport was built, it was 1936, and the Canadian government decided they want to build a new airport in Toronto, or the Greater Toronto Area, which is the GTA, to be the new home base or the hub airport of the soon-to-be founded Trans-Canada Airlines, which would be the flag carrier of Canada. And later, I think sometime in the 70s, it merged with Canadian to make Air Canada. Something happened, but they ended up being today's Air Canada. The Canadian government started to look for an area where the airport could have been built. The options were on the Toronto Island, which is practically where Billy Bishop Airport actually is, or in an area called Malton, which is the GTA, and if you live in Toronto, it's kind of it's basically the airport. The airport was actually built on Malton, its current day Mississauga/Etobicoke area. It's kind of like in between the two. After some time, they did actually decide to buy the plot of land in Malton. So that's also the Toronto City Council. That was their decision. After getting approval from the Canadian government, they purchased a 1,400-acre plot of land in the Construction later began that year of 1937. Wow. And let's go ahead and we will go into some more history. So, Toronto Lester B. Pearson International Airport was actually finished the construction in 1937 and was originally called Malton Airport because of its location in the Malton region. The airport was built as an alternate airport to the already busy Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport, which was the name back then, but right now it's just Billy Bishop International Airport. So on August 29th, 1938, the first aircraft actually landed at Toronto Pearson, and it was an American Airlines DC-3. Although no passengers were on the DC-3, the first commercial service actually was a year later on August 29th, 1939, when a Trans-Canada Airlines DC-3 departed for Montreal. This kick-started the airport's operation, and I think 5 years later, the airport expanded in 1943 to accommodate more passengers because of the demand, and that led to the construction of the second terminal, or Terminal 2. So during World War II for Toronto, this was 1940 to 1945. The Royal Canadian Air Force and the Royal Air Force, aka RCAF and RAF. RAF is also British. They occupied the airport until 1946 when they, left. I knew the war was kind of over for them. So in the 50s, Toronto's passenger numbers actually reached 400,000, so they decided to build a third terminal, which was also built along with another runway. So the airport adopted the name of Toronto International Airport later in 1958 when the airport was purchased by the Department of Transportation. So, a little bit more recent history. In 1984, the airport was actually handling millions of passengers, and the airport committee and the people who own the airport decided to name it Toronto Lester B. Pearson International Airport, which is its current day name. So, later then in 1996, there were 2 more runways built because of passenger numbers. And in 2005, the airport actually went under a $4.4 billion renovation and refurbishment program, resulting in more capacity and the actual closure of Terminal 3. Terminal 3 is actually still open, but it's only open for charter services. So, for example, there are only 2 terminals that are, I'll probably have an image, they're like big loops like that. And then you have the third terminal, which is a charter terminal that's off to the side. And I've actually been to that charter terminal when I came back from Punta Cana on a 767-300ER with Sunwing, aka like Eastern. So now, in 2005, that was actually the last renovation and the last big thing in Toronto, other than the Antonov AN225's first arrival in 2014 and then most recent arrival in 2020. But yeah, well, today the airport is serving to 193 destinations over 5 continents, which are Africa, which earlier in this video I only said Cairo, but I forgot about Addis Ababa, which is in Ethiopia, which is flown by Ethiopian Airlines, usually using either a 787-8 or a A350-900 ULR. They also serve to Europe, the Middle East, which isn't really a continent, I say that's Asia, South America, and obviously North America. The only actual continent they don't serve to is Oceania / Australia and the Pacific Islands, and Antarctica. So, well, kind of they do if you really think about it, like the Arctic above Canada. But that is going to conclude today's video, and probably later today or either tomorrow I will have a video about Hamilton Airport because I am near Hamilton and I decided to do that. So a little bit more information about more content coming up and stuff like that. So on Monday, we're going to be departing at 7 a.m. and we are going to be going to Manitoulin Island, and I believe we're staying there for 2 days. The day after that, we're going to Sault Ste. Marie, where there's going to be an aviation museum, which I would love to go check out. I've already been there, but I'd love to go there so you guys can see it as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the rest of my videos this week and for the next coming months. I just wanted to say thank you to my 2 newest subscribers. I forget the name of the subscribers, but I got an email about it and it'll probably be here. And I hope you guys enjoy my content, and welcome to the Nick's Aviation YouTube channel. So that'll be it for today. Once again, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more awesome aviation related content just like this. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a wonderful day.
Make it a strong night, have some fun. For a little while I'll be a castaway, gonna let the sun shine in.